Okechukwu, not Okechukwu. Everybody here present, thank you for coming. You can see on the program, it's written inside, find your Okaro, friend. I'm standing here doubling as a friend and as the chairman, Knight of St. Christopher. I am Sir Okaro Ifeanyichukwu, Chairman Council of Knights of St. Christopher, Diocese on the Niger, Lagos chapter. May I show my respect, affection for Sir Dr. Nat Chukwuemeka Okechukwu. We've all had a very brotherly relationship back in the early 80s when I was at the Central Bank of Nigeria, Benin branch, Benin City, then Vendel State. He was then esteemed a civilian general. Due to his powerful contacts, connections, enviable personality with the military, also popular with the civil servant at the ministries as a giver, Ugo Basakolaka. While this is a solemn occasion, it is also time to celebrate Sanat Okechukwu's life. To offer more of remembrance with joyful memories instead of being sad and saying goodbye. May I give comfort and support to surviving family members and friends while grieving. Sanat that had departed this earth never truly left, for he is still alive in our hearts and minds. Through us, he lives on. Sanat had a gift of innovative thinking, a visionary spirit, and the unwavering patience required to successfully run a business conglomerate, vast empire to his credit. He always had time for his big and small workers, his friends and family, especially his wife. His love for his family was never hidden. They were never far from his thoughts in everything he did. How does one express the amazing essence and spirit of Sanat? His selfless generosity, uncompromising belief in all that is good, and unwavering commitment to his family and friends. Words, even the very best words, cannot pay tribute or truly capture the sense of loss that we feel. And so, the loss is here, tangible and real, within everyone. But Sanat exemplified life with love, laughter, and an impressible belief and faith. He sees that the best in everything, seeing the best in everything, even loss. And so today, we honor him by profoundly feeling and expressing our loss, but also by remembering Sanat Okechukwu as an amazing person who had played a unique and special role in all of us, in all our lives, for all who knew him. I knew him, he was my friend, he was my brother in Benin. I knew he was a wonderful person who cherished good things. Sanat, in facing life challenges, including his final battle with illness, exhibited remarkable bravery and grace. His resilience in the face of adversity was a powerful lesson to us all. It taught us the importance of courage, the value of the positive outlook, and the strength that lies in vulnerability. He resorted to reading and harmony. He resorted, no, this is the area I want to emphasize. He resorted to rhythm and harmony for they found their way into the inward places of his soul, expressing that without music, life will be a mistake. That music itself is healing. That music itself is healing. As words failed him, music spoke for him. As words failed not, Chief Nat, music spoke for him. At the night of St. Christopher's visitation at his home, this was remarkably evident on his face and mood. Sanat's passion for music was so intense. A mellophile. Sanat was a mellophile lover of music. Once he got attached to his song, album, or an artist, it's very hard for him to stop. He claimed that music got him through many hard times and proudly felt blessed that he had the gift of music, dating back to his local church as a child chorister. Perfect on songs, psalms, chants, canticles, hymns, and classical music. Great ability. Not common among worshippers, not even Anglican faithfuls, that you see a man, maybe older than me or younger, singing. Each time he was humming Venite, Fidium, Jubilate Dio, Benedict, all that, Benedictus. You see him taking some portions. Lord, then I say, and depart in peace, according to your ways. Today, if you hear his word, harden not your heart as in the day of provocation, when your fathers tempted me. You see, saw all my works. That was, you see him coming, taking part of it, taking part of Tidium, taking part of Venite, taking part, humming them, because he was fond of humming each time. That showed a man full of joy, full of happiness. Never a dull moment. It was always dance time. Fond of humming, Venite, Tidium, Benedictus, and Jubilate Dio. He so loved to sing and was singing with grace. Some special hymns and songs he was so attached to. We are going to sing. Because we don't sing these two songs here. We want him to be happy where he is, because he is with the Lord. On a hill far away. He was fond of that. You can join me. I know it's familiar. On a hill far away stood an old rugged cross, the emblem of suffering and shame. And I love that old cross where the years and for a world of lost sinners was there. So I'll cherish our rugged cross till my trophies glory above, so bearing to the Calvary. So cherish our broken cross, till my soul peace of us I lay down. I will cling to the broken cross and exchange it someday for a crown. Yeah, this is enough. He has had us. He has had us. Only took two times. We're going to do the second, which outside here is so lovely so much. Yeah, guys. Yeah, no. Down on the green valley, where sleep let me anchor. When twilight is fading, I can see the road. Oh, at the bright noontide, in solitude wander, amid the dark shades of the lonely grove. 'Twas where was a place where golden and tended I first met my dear one, what they told to me. Around those hopeless, the movements are singing, then little thought I how soon should part. Still glows the bright sunshine over valley and mountain. Still wobble the blackbird his note from the tree. Still trembles the moonbeam on streamlet and fountain. What rather is to me? Oh, sorrow, deep sorrow, my promise laden, our face that dear one, the loss of my Lord. He echoes, please tell me, where is the sweet Emmanuel? She's in Galilee. At different occasions and situations, Moses kept his mind free of any thought of wickedness, for joy and happiness all the way. Please join me to sing. We have sung. Psalm 9 occasion will be smiling and rejoicing as we sang this evening. In all, the Okechukwu family. Family of Okechukwu, Anambra State. Okechukwu looks set to receive his illustrious son back home. Come on, Okechukwu. Okechukwu looks set to welcome the illustrious son, Sanat. Back home. Yes, he's coming home to rest for eternity. 25th and 26th April. On his arrival home, the late Sanat will not adorn his usual trademark smiles. Those smiles are gone. You have to realize it. You have to know they're gone. There will be no response to hailing of Ochendo, okay, Titi. Eziapa, Maka of Asaba. All the shaking of hands will not be there. All the kakuchak as a high chief, whatever, won't be there anymore. No hugging. There will be no hugging. No form of pleasantries. Sad. He will be stiff and cold. I'm hard because that is the truth. No sentiment. I'm saying the way it is. He will be stiff and cold. Call his rigor mortis. He will be lying face up, signifying the end of all times. That is because that a necessary end comes when it will come. Sanat, Chukwemeka, Okechukwu, good night. May your soul find eternal sleep in the Lord. Ochendo, Achifo, Eziafa Amaka, Jen Koma. I would like to take this opportunity to thank all of you, the vicar, the bishop. I thank you all for the opportunity. The Knights are happy. On behalf of the Knights, we say thank you for giving us this opportunity. The family of Okechukwu, we are grateful. We thank you. Your father, your husband, your brother was wonderful. We enjoyed him. Thank you for giving us the opportunity to stand here. Thank you. Special thanks to you and family for the honor and privilege of children. Thank you. Thank you. What is there? I'll pack my things here, but I'll go. I'll tell. Nati kweluchi ya egwu, okweluchi ya egwu, okweluchi ya egwu, mbodi ndu n'enu ụwa o, okweluchi ya egwu mbodi ndu. Nati kuluchi ya aka, okuluchi ya aka o, okuluchi ya aka, mbodi ndu n'enu ụwa o, kwala chigi aka mgbidi ndu, biko bara chigi egwu mgbidi ndu. Agama jeru chimozio, agama agara chimozie, agama luru chimolo, mbedendo nenu wao. Gara chigi ozi mbedendo, makana nate gara chia ozi mbodendo. O gara chia ozio, ogwelu chia ukweo, nati kwelu chia ukwe mbodendo nenu wao. Kwelu chia ukwe mbedendo, biko kwalu chia kambedendo. Biko kwaluchi gebungedendo. Agama guluchi meguo, agama guluchi meguo. Agama kwere ya mkwe, mbedendo neno wao. Agama garachi mozi, mbedendo. Nate garachi ya ozi, mbedendo. Oberechi.
Thank you, sir. And I want to add that I'm going to fine you. And the fine will be that you join this choir. And so, I know those who sent to you. I can see Baba Nnamdi Oyeka is the one that I will use to grab you. So that you join this choir, being your fine for taking our time today. But we thank you. Thank you so much. God bless.
The vicar, all protocols observed. Good evening, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. Exit of the towering courses and the institution of many parts. A tribute to Sir Dr. Nat, the chairman and CEO, Interbell Constructions. Company Limited. A true son of Oketiti. Here comes a day when we, as a people, retract into a moody, sober reflection to mourn one of the brightest star that Oketiti, Idemili, Anambra State, and Nigeria as a whole has ever produced. In the person of Sir Nat Oketiti, a man that the Almighty God endowed with rare capacity, vision, and foresight to achieve uncommon feats and positive changes in our world. As a result, he was able to transform himself through self-reinvention to become a towering, colossus, and giant institution of many parts. As a distinguished achiever and a more dimensional strategist, he rose to the zenith of business, particularly the construction industry in Nigeria, where he became industry leader. The greatest thing about a man is his ability to transcend himself, his environment, and to be what he dreams of being. And this is the case of my good friend and brother, Dr. Nat Oketiti, who came to the world with great dreams of success that he pursued with focused commitment and dint of dedicated work, and became a real achiever of our time. Only a few persons can match the expertise and capacity demonstrated by this rare and ingenious towering institution, who conquered his industry and operated at the highest level of indigenous construction in Nigeria. It is on record that he sustainably exhibited unequal expertise, experience, equipment, and network of executed projects that placed his company, Interbel, at the same pedestal with big multinational construction companies in Nigeria. This true and patriotic son of Oketiti successfully and effectively operated multifaceted businesses, even as he ventured in construction, where he is renowned as a foremost indigenous company, effectively filling the civil engineering construction gap in Nigeria. He has progressively advanced his capacity and capability by developing and acquiring a wide range of facilities and equipment so as to enhance his operations and stay ahead of competition in the industry. I recall Sir Nat Oketiti's venture into the construction industry in the early 80s, when he established operational base in Asaba, the Delta State capital, and how the company sprouted and blossomed like the biblical mustard seed, growing into a magnificent organization that had made Oketiti, Nigeria, and Africa proud, providing support and a survivor for many. With an intimidating record of playing leading role in business, especially in the construction industry in Nigeria for about 40 years, my brother Ochen traversed the deep president of business management and administration. In the process, he made Oketiti proud, placing us on the global map that distinguishing himself in the services of many establishments as board members in notable federal government of Nigeria and private sector organizations like Central Water Transport Corporation, CWTC, Premium Security Limited, among others. His experience and expertise conferred on him professorial stature and wide horizon of the socio-economic landscape of Nigeria, having meritoriously undertaken numerous construction contracts for federal, state governments and their agencies for many years, advancing in expertise, new technologies and methods. I am aware of his state of civil engineering construction of roads, bridges, and other sensitive structures in Anambra, Delta, Edo, Enugu, River, Imo, Kogi states, etc., which were probably commissioned by the coast governors and even president of the times. I recall a rare and memorable happenstance when in one single day, 3 of his major road projects were commissioned by President Olusegun Obasanjo at the then President's January 2002 official visit to Delta State. A great testament to these accomplishments and the achievement as a great son of Oketiti that has permanently stamped his good records on marble. Also, I recall his establishment of an asphalt plant in Asaba in 1992, as well as acquisition of the assemblage of stone crushing plant and allied quarry equipment later on to facilitate the availability of granite shipping for use on his construction site, and another commissioning of asphalt plant of 2,000 tons per capacity in 2001, followed by the purchase of another yet 160 tons per hour asphalt plant in 2007, all to show his leading stature in the construction world. With many years of experience investing in construction equipment, machinery, manpower, and producing high-quality roads, bridges, buildings, and the civil projects across Nigeria, Dr. Sanat Okechukwu had shined like a million meteors, bringing light to the dark part of our galaxy. The wonderful thing about Sanat Okechukwu was that he never allowed his busy schedule to interfere with his services and allegiance to Oketiti. Hence, he continued to be a rallying point for our people by shouldering many responsibilities as a colossus of our time. Our community benefited much from the generosity of Ochendo, as he constructed many roads in Oketiti towards urbanization and giving the community first lift. In other words, all our people have benefited directly from this great man of philanthropy, or indirectly by plying and trading on the roads that he built in Oketiti. He had also mentored many to excel and metamorphose into great businessmen, industrialists, politicians, and successful moguls in different walks of life. Sanat Okechukwu was a man that immensely contributed to the human capacity development in Oketiti, in particular, and Nigeria through his businesses, economic activities, including through his civil engineering projects, both locally and internationally. I know that he lived well, but my heart is still broken, like all our people of Oketiti and beyond. I therefore personally commiserate with my people in the Oketiti for this monumental loss to all of us. I especially extended my deepest condolence to the widow of our dear beloved brother, Lady Anne Okechukwu, who lived out the saying that behind every successful man, there is a woman. I further consoled all the children and grandchildren of this rare battle of our time on this irreparable loss, urging them to sustain the iconic legacies of our distinguished departed Mogul. It is certain that today will mark a new epoch in the lives of many people that our brother and father has borne a good face and deserve the crown of grandeur which God has reserved for him in his place in eternal glory. I urge the children to take care of their gentle mother, as that is what Sanat Okechukwu will charge them to do. They should also keep track of the illustrious records of their father and make sure that his dreams are indelible on the sands of time, and that his vision are fulfilled and sustained. I bid you farewell, my brother, and an honorable and gentle gentleman of candor and valor, richly blessed with wisdom, entrepreneurial drive, and spirit. It is obvious that one of the finest stars of Oketiti, Anambra, and Nigeria has fallen off the sky. Adieu, my brother. Jane Koma, God be with you till we meet to part no more. Standing before you here, right, is Chief Peter Obi, the immediate past chairman of Oketiti Improvement Union, Lagos State Branch. May the soul of Nakuketumo and souls of all the faithful departed, through the mercy of God, rest in peace. Amen. Thank you for the audience, and thank you very much.
Here, as testament to the cosmopolitan personality that Sanat Okechukwu was. There was almost always a disputation between his friends about the most appropriate moniker to prefix to his name at every point in time. He aggregated quite a number of honors over the years as he led his organization to deliver global standard, durable public infrastructure as commissioned by an avalanche of government ministries, departments, and agencies. Most famous of his names were the chieftaincy titles of Ochendo, Oketiti, and Eziafa Amaka of Haba. He was also a knight of the Anglican Communion who was at liberty to prefix the honorific sir to his name. I first met Sanat Okechukwu early in January 2002 through Chief Onyemo Ogochukwu, the revered economist, media practitioner, and pioneer chairman of the Niger Delta Commission. Olusegun Obasanjo was president at the time, and part of his official schedule was to regularly tour the nation's 36 states. Obasanjo did so to check up on how well the dividends of democracy, which he assured Nigerians that democracy will beget, was actually impacting people at the grassroots. Obasanjo took the visits very seriously and passed at least a night in each host state. Governors used the opportunity to showcase projects they had completed, initiatives they were driving, and new grounds they intended to break. In the course of Obasanjo's visit to Delta State, January 2002, the intuitive Nigerian leader took special note of the fact that Interval Construction Limited featured recurrently at various points. James Ibori, the Delta State helmsman at the point, led the president to perform ceremonial cutting of tape of roads, hospitals, stadia, and so on. And Obasanjo asked to meet the Interval boss, Nat Okechukwu. He was impressed that the construction firm was a wholly Nigerian outfit doing good things, as it were. Ugochukwu himself recorded Okechukwu's Interval good works and asked for a formal meeting at the corporate headquarters of the NDDC in Port Harcourt. Those who know me know my relationship with Ugochukwu over the decades. So whether it is in Lagos or Abuja or Port Harcourt, I've never been far from him. So therefore, at some point, I was going to get to meet Sanat Okechukwu. Interbal is a subsidiary of Landgold Holdings Limited. The parent company was originally in the business of foreign trade, logistics, and the supply of medicals and pharmaceuticals. After delivering on the procurement and installation of medical equipment to General Hospital Benin City in 1984, Jerry Useni, the military Olona, Elaro, all of these are in contemporary Delta State. Interbal acquitted itself on its primary assignment and became a much sought-after bride across sectors. It built capacity in civil and highway construction, engineering works, bridges and allied structures, flood and erosion control, engineering consultancy services, marine works, and quarrying, among others. Under Okechukwu's guidance, Interbal bravely sited an operational base in Asaba those days. This was in response to the continuing request for its services by state governments and federal organizations in the Niger Delta. The clientele of Interbal blossomed under the hands-on leadership of Sanat Okechukwu who refused to recline to the comfort of the corporate headquarters of the organization on Lugard Street in Ikoyi, Lagos. Neither did he ensconce himself in the coziness of the Asokoro Abuja annex of his office. Successive administrations in Delta continued to engage Interbao, even as Anambra followed suit. Federal Ministries of Works and Housing, Aviation, Transport, Federal Airports Authority of Nigeria, and the National Inland Waterways Authority, NIWA, variously engaged Interbao. The organization has also worked with the World Bank on projects in Nigeria. At the last check, Interbao's imprimatur featured in Lagos, Delta, Anambra, Abia, Imo, Rivers, Edo, Enugu, and Kogi states. Legacy projects undertaken by Interbao include the construction of the Ikioba Umudibia Road, which links Imo and Abia, the upgrading and rehabilitation of the Onitsha River Port, and the reconstruction of the Port Harcourt International Airport. Interbao also built the perimeter fence around the Murtala Mohammed Airport in Lagos, as well as its service roads. Despite his affluence and relative comfort, Sanat Okechukwu was a simple, genial, unobtrusive gentleman. He was renowned for his restlessness and would typically drag me on his extensive road trips across sites and locations where his company was engaged. We could begin from Lagos, for instance, traverse Edo and Delta, and end up somewhere in Asaba. We've been through Iyuku in northern Edo State, where his outfit has a large quarry. We inspected the river port project in Lokoja and gone over to Abuja. All of these stores were before Nigeria got lost to ransom-seeking kidnappers, freestyle bandits, and malevolent insurgents. Sanat would typically patronize even hawkers on the highways as a means of supporting locals. He was ever a good. He was unmissable in a crowd. He doted on his family, his wife, Lady Anne Okechukwu, his children and grandchildren. As his business engagement broadened, he engaged his children, Obinna, Doris, Kenneth, and Onyeka, as understudy. He was a keen lawn tennis player and a respected member of the Ikoyi Club 1938 in Lagos. He received awards from the club for his contributions. His racket and kits were always part of his luggage, even as he challenged his friends to duels at any court of their choice. News of his departure after an illness filtered in on Monday, January